Hello, my name is Chelsea. I use she, they pronouns. Welcome back to POKOPIA. I have been doing a lot of off-camera work, and a lot of it is pretty invisible from the surface. But I've been doing a lot of planning. I wanted to show you some of that. Some of these I've already done and gotten planned, but there's the starter, the player house. I've laid out the interior of that, where that's going to go. I've laid out the interior of the lab. I have done pretty much all of the interior underground spaces. So if we head over to... I haven't, filled them. I haven't designed the buildings yet. But I've gotten at least the space that they're going to take up. For example, the Pokemon Center. We've got area all cleared out down here. The mart is very close by, but that's okay. Has to go underneath the Pokemon Center. So it's all this kind of puzzle of where things are fitting together in 3D space. And I have been carving all of that out underground. Oh, I also built the power plant because I'm working towards getting the Lugia bell. Since we're building Johto, we're going to need the Lugia bell. I've got Mr. Pokemon's house, the outline for it down here. I could show you the whole world, but I probably won't. Oh, there's my little green screen and blue screen for my thumbnails. Oh, I also was experimenting with the outside of Sprout Tower. We've got the Pokemon Center down here. We've got the behind it, and had to be above it, the trainer school goes here. We've got the Violet City gym. Again, interior's not done, but I've laid out at least the shapes of them. This one has this weird let's be honest, it's a $sign. Why is that in the middle of the gym? And then there's the mart, which goes underneath the gym, and Sprout Tower. I was messing with the exterior, but I also have to figure out how I'm going to do the interior. Because normally if you come straight down, it's going to bump into the gym is right below here. So I think I'm going to just go down, make a little tunnel going forward. And then the other thing about Sprout Tower is that it has 3 floors. And it's a lot of bullshit stairs to climb and whatever. So I don't know if I do all 3 floors or if I just do the top floor, which is the most important one where you get flash or whatever. I haven't done any of the caves. So Ruins of Alph, Union Cave, none of that is done. I still am debating whether I need to adjust this and make a compromise to do the inside of the Ruins of Alph, little research center. This doesn't spell anything, by the way. LSWOH, I think. Le Soir. Le Soir. Oh, here's what else I've been doing. Oh my god. Okay, so I figured out every roof in the game. So we've got the roofs for Violet City, Goldenrod, Ecruteak. These ones are for all of the Japanese style temple buildings, Sprout Tower, and also some of the houses. This is for the roof of the gates, Ruins of Alph, Newbark Town, Cherry Grove, Olivine, Cianwood, Azalea, Mahogany, Lake of Rage, and Blackthorn. So I've got all the roofs, and I've been crafting them, and I've got every single... I've done a lot of counting, and I've got all the roofs that I will need in this chest. So we can go around and put roofs on all the buildings. The problem is, the buildings in Mahogany Town, Lake of Rage, and Blackthorn City are not in place yet. So I think that's what we're going to end up doing today, and then we're going to put roofs on everything. That'll be a whole big time lapse in a little bit. Goldenrod is one of the only places that I haven't done the underground First of all, the interior of the Goldenrod Gym is huge, but thankfully the only thing that it would bump into is the flower shop, and that building is too small anyway to do an interior for. But this fucking gym is like 3 times the size of any other gym. It's crazy. And then, because it's got the Clefairy pixel art on the ground. This, I looked up, it's the Name Raider. So I've got the carpets laid out, and I was thinking about outlining each of these buildings above ground first to see how I need to layer them. Really excited to do the game corner. We've, of course, got the radio tower. I don't know how I'm going to do that either. I was thinking a lot about the daycare, and I think we might be able to move this building where it should go, one to the left. And then what we'll do is just have one door here, and this will be a wall. I outlined everything in Azalea. I think in the corner there is where the Pokemon Center goes. Unless that's the gym. No, sorry, that's the Pokemon Center. The gym goes underneath it. Like in 3D space, like Pokemon Center's here, gym goes like under it. What? Oh, I got stuck on the water. Gym has to be pretty far down, unfortunately, because there's the gym, it goes under the Pokemon Center. The Pokemon Center has to go under the Mart. Like, it would bump into it a little bit, so the Mart goes first. I still have to figure out... We have room for Slowpoke Well. It's going to probably go under the Mart, though. And then Cianwood, I did the gym and the Pokemon Center. I'm not going to go all the way out there. And then the gym and the Pokemon Center and the Mart and the Cafe in Olivine, and I still have to figure out the lighthouse and where that's going to go. It takes a while to get around this world. But that's okay. Let's do this. Is this any faster? Maybe? Probably not. They're probably like exactly the same speed. And then there's the farms, the ranch, the Moo Moo Meadows, Lon Lon Ranch, whatever it's called. I have not laid out the interior for this, and the reason why is that this is a normal house, and then this is the little room that has the sick Miltank. 2 things. Miltank is not in this game, at least not yet. Maybe it'll be added in DLC, or like event Pokédex stuff. But right now, we have no Miltank. And then this room, I don't know if I want to just build a normal house, or if I want to build the Miltank room here instead. Not sure what I want to do there. Let me know if you have any ideas. And then in Ecruteak, I've laid out... so the gym was pretty easy. I've decided I don't think any of these houses are worth doing, except for the dance studio. So I think we want to keep these houses like they're 3-block stuff. So the gym was easy. The Pokemon Center had to go underneath, like squeeze under the dance studio, which in turn had to squeeze under the pond. The Mart goes... Yeah, the Mart was on top of that. Like, over here is the dance studio. It's under the Mart, and then the Pokemon Center's under that, so it is pretty far underground. But I'm okay with that, as long as the interiors are there. I'm cool to climb a ladder or some shit. There's also this gate, which goes to the bell tower. And I'm pretty sure we don't bump into the dance studio. Yeah, we are good. Okay. So I need to figure out this gate as well. And then the thing that I'm probably the most excited to build I've got the first floor of the ruined tower, the burned tower. There's a ladder that gets opened up over here, and then there's the hole in the floor that you fall through, and then down here is where the legendary dogs are. How do I get the fuck out? So that one's one that I'm very excited to design. And like the roof of the burned tower and having it look burned, I'm gonna have to figure out a cool way to do that. But I think we're making some really good progress. Today, I've been removing that mountain also. I want to do route... This is Route 42, Mahogany Town, Route 43, and Blackthorn. Is this a route that goes up to Lake of Rage, or is it just all Lake of Rage? Anyway. Oh, also, I've run out of Pokemetal. I need to make more of these, but you craft it with Pokemetal, so I need to get more of that. I'll do that at a Cloud Island probably tomorrow. And then I've got the... there's that gate that goes up to Lake of Rage that the Team Rocket members stop you and charge you. And I think what I'm going to do with that is not have it actually go through and just have like the little Team Rocket hanging thing on the other door, quote unquote, because it jumps up 2 blocks and it doesn't actually have like trees on the side to block it off. So it just won't look good if we make it an actual gate. So I'm going to do the interior for that, but I'll just have it blocked off on the other side. I've got the lakes in for Lake of Rage. I moved Gyarados' home up here under the lake. And then I've got the doors in place for where all these buildings are going to go. And then same up here in Blackthorn, I've got all the doors in place. Moved Dragonite's home up there. He lives in that lake now. We've got to figure out, because I'm worried that the gym will definitely bump into Dragon's Den. And that is something we'll have to figure out. We'll probably just make a tunnel back a ways and then do Dragon's Den back here. I have not done any of these interiors yet. So that's something I'm still working on. And then, of course, I have to design all of the interior rooms and everything. Not every building that has an interior will have an interior in my recreation, unfortunately. But I think that's okay. A lot of these are just generic houses. I feel like a lot of the important buildings I have either made compromises for, or they were already big enough for me to have an entrance to them, is what I'm trying to say. So I am going to gather some materials, and then we'll work on the Mahogany Town Blackthorn area, and then we'll do the roofs, and that'll be today's episode. And I'm so glad you guys are here with me for it. We're nearing the end of the overworld part of this project, other than fucking trees, which is taking absolutely forever. What I should probably do is just mine a bunch of Pokemetal and then 3D print all the trees that I need, but that's also going to take a long time. So that's what I'll be working on. Gather my materials, I'll be right back with you, and we'll start working on whatever number route this is. I forget its name. Okay, it's been a little while, but I've got my materials ready. I set up a camera up there, and we're going to jump into a time lapse. I'm going to go through this route into Mahogany Town, get the buildings in place, and then we'll head towards Blackthorn and get those buildings in place. So I'll see you on the other side. Alright, gamers, let's check the before and after. See how we're looking. Not bad. Big fan. I also did quite a bit going that way. I didn't feel like setting up security cameras. So, oh, there's Flygon. And then I went up and I put in where the houses at Lake of Rage should be. And now we have to go place houses in Blackthorn because I want to do roofs. So, Blackthorn, I've laid out a lot of the buildings, like the doors already. And we really just have to put the bricks down. We've got a lot of small buildings that won't have interiors. Just facades. And then we have the gym. Which is going to be against the water. I'm going to fill it in that way. And once again, I am out of the blocks that I need. So, unfortunately, I will have to get more. We can at least do that. And then I'm not going to have enough pink bricks either, I don't think. Pokemon Center. Mart. Maybe. Probably not. But maybe. Yeah, I don't have enough. Okay. That's fine. That'll be fine. We'll get more. Alright, Smeargle fell down. But I need you to paint something anyway, so... There's one. This takes so long. I wish it reopened the paint menu. Maybe I'm just impatient, but I feel like that could be good quality of life. Alright. Back to it. And you know what? I'll grab my roofs while I'm at it. That's a lot of roofs. Alright, with the buildings in Blackthorn done, we're gonna head down and work our way around the entire map and just do all of the roofs. I really just sat down, I figured out there's only maybe like 4 or 5 roof textures, and then they just have different colors in the game. So, went through the different kinds of roofs. I use Cerebi, like, item listings a lot. Decided what colors I wanted to paint them, and then went from there. New Bark Town gets this pretty green roof. These go on our tiny houses too. And preferably not behind them. Grab it. Grab it. Thank you. One needs to go over the door also. Hold on. There you go. And that should be my last one. I did my math right. Check that shit out. Okay. Towards Cherry Grove. Ooh, we have the gates. Okay, the gates have... it's the orange. You know what? This is the perfect time for the handy bag. Get these out of here. I'm full. Okay, we have Cherry Grove. Then we move on to Violet City. Ruins of Elf. And then I'm gonna put the, stuff that I need for the gates on my hotbar. And that'll do it. Okay, so, the gates are gonna use these orange stone roofs, and then the same for the corners. Beautiful. And then the gates are definitely flat on top. I'm actually just gonna put some blocks in there because it'll bother me if I don't. Oh, hold on. I want to, I should have just eaten food off of my hotbar. I want to rotate these a little bit. So that there's some variation in the texture. Like so. So it's not completely uniform. I think that makes it look a little bit more sporadic, like the top of the gates actually is. That's the exact same. What do you mean, brick wall? Oh my god. Like, here's the block you're highlighting. Isn't that great? And you're like, yeah. And then it breaks a different block. Something like that is good. I don't want them to all be the same, you know? I might rethink that tile, but that's what it's gonna be for now. Oh, I also put in this little pond in Cherry Grove, behind the Pokemon Center. There's this completely inaccessible pond. But I made it anyway because it's in the game, so why not? Having the roofs on makes it feel so much more like lived in. I don't know why, but it like, now it feels right. You know, before it was, who knows what fucking town this is. These houses on this route also have the pink roofs. And that includes Mr. Pokemon's house. Beautiful. Perfect amount. Okay. We will reshuffle after Violet City. There are no buildings in between here and Violet. Except for this gate. To go around counterclockwise, they're all just facing the right way. Which is perfect. I should put these on the hotbar. Whatever, good enough. I think I might need to rethink that. We'll see. We'll see if I can't find anything better. I've already put the roof in place for Sprout Tower over here. I think I'm pretty happy with that. I might change the inside of this little roof, like, arch at the top. Not what it's called, but you get the point. I might make that white, see if I can match the, like, plaster, but otherwise, I think it's pretty good. Let's go put in the Ruins of Alf roof. Just to get it, for some reason this roof is a different color. So there it is. Done. Now we have the Violet City roofs. And this is a similar situation where I'm gonna want blocks under them because it's gonna bother me if there's not. Because that's just how I operate, unfortunately. Okay, then we have our purple corners using the tent roofing. Initially, I didn't have the recipe for these. I was 3D printing them. Then I was like, out of Pokemetal, so I went out to my regular world and I checked a bunch of the, like, sparkling ripples. And it was on, like, the second one that I got. I got super lucky. The school and then these houses have the, like, Japanese-style roofs, which I will probably come back through and do in a moment. Now, the final bit of Violet City roof is actually on this Pokemon Center. What is that? Did I put a block here? Why did I do that? Probably bringing a Pokemon with me somewhere. And they needed to get up and over. Yeah, this Pokemon Center by Union Cave also has a purple roof. I think because it's in the same, like, loaded area as the Violet City, like, texture sheet, like, sprite sheet, it has the same color, like, there's not a loading zone between there. So it's the same textures that are loaded, if that makes sense. Every fiber of my being is like, put a block there. Well, don't just drop it. Hold on. That? Yes, okay. Still getting used to the controls. That's facing the right way. Perfect. like our wooden beams across, kind of. The trainer school. In Pokemon Crystal, the outside is actually smaller. It becomes 3 blocks deep instead of 4. In Gold and Silver, it's 4. But in Crystal, it's 3. So I stuck with 4 because I want to have an interior. I really fucked that up pretty bad, huh? So what did I just break? Nothing? Okay. Let me look at the roof in here. Oh boy. I've fallen. Sorry about the camera angles. So we have little weird corners. That's okay. Oh, you know what we could do? I don't need there to be all this, I cannot see anything. I don't need there to be all this space in here. Where the fuck am I? There we go. So, if I fill that, and then we have the 2 blocks in here, and we'll have the ladder down. That'll be perfect. And then I don't think we have the, guys. The camera. Oh no, we still do have those corners, but you know what? I don't care. I really don't. I am using this fence technique because I think it's the best that I could figure out as far as making the pagoda wider, but not 4 blocks wide. It looked really stupid without the fences, so I went with that. Okay, moving on to Azalea Town, we have a new roof style that required me to go get some brown bricks. Because that's how the buildings in Azalea are. We're gonna go like that. I'm gonna get my handy bag back out. And then what we'll do... we don't need these at the moment. What we do need are these guys. And that's it. So, I used 2 different colors of the bottom part for these stairs to blend in with the brown of the bricks, and then to blend in with the like whitish gray of the other bricks. So I've got my brown ones, which go on the Pokemon Center and the Mart. Those will go in now. I wish these were considered blocks so that I could multi-place them, but I understand why they're not. And then we have the white ones. I guess I kind of spoke too soon. I do actually need these. Just for the gym. Okay. What changed that I couldn't place them at first and then I could? And the color match is not perfect, But it's definitely better than it could be. We have Kurt's house. This is one place that unfortunately does not get an interior. I would like to do one, but there's just not room. POKOPIA limitations are going to keep us from doing that, unfortunately. But we can do the gate. The problem with Kurt's house is that it is right on top of Ilex Forest. Even the Pokemon Center cuts into Ilex a little bit. It's just not, there's not enough room. There's not enough room. And I'm sorry about that. Yeah, that'll work. Now we do have roofs on the inside of the gates in Ilex Forest. Unfortunately, not going to happen right now. Because I haven't built them yet. I'm of the opinion that being Magnemite should not consume EP. Like, if I'm just floating, maybe if I'm moving, but like, if I just am Magnemite, my PP is going down no matter what. Which is, annoying. For sure. Okay, we're getting into the Goldenrod area. And one thing about Goldenrod is that there are 7 million roofs. So, that's probably going to end up being a time-lapse, but I did want to... Where the fuck am I? I did want to try something here really quick, since I'm in the neighborhood of the daycare. If the daycare looks like this, and we put a door right here, and we have the right amount of room outside the daycare, what I'm wondering is, does this look okay? I think it does. Yeah, I think it does. So, let's modify. Explain how. Oh, I know how. Because I took a door away, so I'm too short. 2 blocks short. I could steal those from here. I go like this. There we go. Okay, let's get that. Get that. And just use our logs here to fill in that gap, and then actually knock this down. I definitely don't like the wheel for the transformations as much. That part is really throwing me off. Goldenrod, the town of 1 billion roof. I think the easiest way for me to do this gonna be just do all the corners first. About to say, somehow I still had 8 corners, which means I missed 2 buildings. True. I did miss 2 buildings. One of them is the daycare, and one is the mart. Or the department store, if you will. Picking up a camera. Okay, that is all of our corners for goldenrod. Why don't I get the... My fingers hurt from doing that, to be honest with you. A lot of repetition. Why don't we get the, edges in? Start with the backs, and then we'll work back through the town. This should be much faster because I don't have to rotate them a bunch. I also don't have any yellow bricks to fill with. So I might put like dirt or something. Now you might be saying at that point, why even do blocks underneath it? I don't know. No, I should really get yellow bricks for it. Still no idea how I'm designing the radio tower. It's a very unique building. So for now, I've just left the space open. We might end up needing some more of these roofs, depending on how I do it. I might put some little houses right here, as like a buffer for where you can't walk behind the radio tower. We'll see what happens. Okay, I have these ones already, but I'm going to need yellow bricks. And a wonderful road of yellow bricks. That's my impression of Jeff Goldblum, Wizard of Oz. Say, Alphaba, what color do you think the yellow brick road should be? Well, here we are again, where I have 4 extra. And why is that? Would it have been for this building? It's very possible. This is covered? Yes. Oh well. Maybe it's just leftovers I had from crafting and I forgot to, count those out of my calculations. Let's get our roofs for olivine. We've got, white and pink. And then for cyanwood, we have white and pink. And that's it. There we go. So I've used the brick roof decoration, and I have the accents as either white or pink, respectively. The white ones to blend in with these bricks, and of course the pink ones that blend in with the pink bricks. Like so. I think that looks cute. And it looks like the game. And I'm super happy with that. I also don't need to place any, blocks on the top of the roof, because they are flat. Couldn't think of the word blocks. We're not going to talk about it. The lighthouse has a different roof. It's the same style of roof as the gates have. I'll go up there. That real quick. Well, you know what? I'm not sure about the height of the lighthouse, to be 100% honest with you. So I might save... Yeah, I might save that for once I've figured out... Because I have an idea to do windows on these buildings. There's those little yellow, like, double windows. I have an idea that I think could look really good. And that's to use the picture frame. Take a picture of, like, make basically pixel art of the windows. Take a picture, put it in the frame, and then just put those everywhere that there needs to be a window. And there's a bunch of windows on the outside of the lighthouse. For some reason, this gate does not have the same roof as the other gates. Yeah, once I figure out the window placement, we can nail in the height of the lighthouse, and then I'll do the roof up there. Oh, I also grabbed some more brown bricks, because the road to the battle tower. We have brass, and then we have not enough PP. And then we have brown bricks leading up to the battle tower. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Okay. Wanted to get those in place now. That's actually all the roofs in Olivine as well. I have the darker blue roofs, which go in Cyanwood. We'll head across the ocean. Once again, Cyanwood should be a lot farther to the... from here to the left, but that's the edge of our world, so... I knew from the beginning that that was a compromise that was going to be made. And I'm okay with it. Whoop. There we go. Doing my playthrough of Pokemon Crystal, I'm replaying it. And I forgot that the gym leader's wife is the one outside the gym who's like, if you can beat the gym leader, I'll give you Fly. And then you beat him, and she's like, good job beating my husband. And it's like this reveal, you know? She's like, he needs to work out more. He was getting chubby. Kind of rude. The dude could throw a strength rock. Like, he was able to just do that. So, what's the problem, dude? Let's get these blocks out of here. And we're gonna grab our orange roofs. Or Ecritique. Sure does take a while to get over there, though. In Ecritique, we have a bunch of the, like, Japanese-style houses as well. I'll save those roofs for a minute. Let's just start getting our orange corners in. There are very few of these orange roofs, actually, just because Ecritique has so many of the, like, Japanese-style houses, since it's, like, a traditional city. So thankfully, not a ton of orange roof to do here. Goldenrod was the big one, for sure. And that's probably going in the thumbnail. Goldenrod all roofed up. Well, come on. Yeah, Easy Town. Come back for those other roofs in a minute. Yeah, you guys have seen me do the gate roofs a million times. At this point. We'll do a smash cut later. Okay. Mahogany Town has green roofs, and then Lake of Rage has red. So, We want our green sloped roof. Same style as in Azalea, just different color. Oh, we're also, there's the Team Rocket radio situation with the electrodes and everything under that building. Excited to build that. That's definitely getting an interior. I don't know about, like, the basement in Goldenrod. It's gonna depend on how much room I have. Let me actually go up to Lake of Rage. We got the red roofs. Again, same style as Mahogany Town. Great. Great news. I haven't decided if that building is getting an interior. It is a normal house. It's like where you get, I think, hidden power. I don't know. We might do an interior over there, just because if we have room, like, why not? But last but not least, we've got our roofs for Blackthorn. And these are the same style as Mahogany Town. The slope style. Oh boy. So let me break those. And then I really hope I have enough of these guys. I do. And this is gonna wrap up the roofs. Other than the ones that have a lot of them that I haven't done yet. You get it. There's one more house somewhere. Yes? Yes. We are actually getting somewhere with this project. I know I probably say that every time, but it's like... These cities are recognizable now, I feel like, with the roofs on. I'm gonna smash cut and do the rest of the gate roofs and the, like, pagoda-style roofs, because I still have a whole bunch of... I measured out what I would need, and I still have a whole bunch of them. So, We'll do that. I don't know what else we're doing today. I think that might be the end of the episode. Alright, that should be all of the roofs. For now. We still have to do the Ilex Forest. There's a building in the Dragon's Den. I have some leftover roofs. I think, to be honest with you, I just made way too many of these. I don't know how I managed, to be honest. Unless maybe I was going to use those originally for the gates, I don't remember. Anyway, we're moving on now. Got the grass in the middle here. Yeah, this whole thing is grass. We do have some grass over on the opposite side of Mahogany Town. I've definitely got to collect more of this stone in order to build up these walls and mountains more. Oh, I already put this grass in. I completely forgot. Okay. Next time, we will work on Lake of Rage, a little bit more on Blackthorn, and then the route that goes down from Blackthorn and back over to Route 29. I've got a lot of that terrain in, but I have to texture it and put in the grass and everything. I think that might... Oh, you know what I need to do before we end the episode? We're putting in our ledges. Important step. I'm gonna need to probably make more of these. Yep, ran out. Okay. Do I have any crafting benches on me? No. That's okay. I can run over to this one. I need ledges. Go 90. Probably not going to be enough, but it's going to be enough for now. There we go. Getting these in just makes it feel so much more complete, you know? And then the corners. I don't think we have any ledges before Mahogany Town. But there are some in Mahogany. So, let's get those in as well. We have one corner, and it goes here. Ooh, we could put our stairs. That's a great camera angle. Oh, I need to get more signs. That'll be an off-camera thing, though. Yeah. I'm happy with that. Okay. We've got our ledges in. Oh, it looks so good. I just can't get over it. Let's do an overview, and then I think we'll call it there. To the security camera. There I am. Yeah. Yeah. We definitely need to get all the trees in and everything. I am working hard on farming trees. Oh, look at Sleepy Flygon. Anyway, that's gonna do it. I've got to get this thing out of here. That's gonna do it for today's episode. Thank you everybody so much for watching and choosing to spend your time with me today. Really appreciate it. I will catch you in the next one, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day.